Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To his running back, Swift on the slant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, able to avoid him.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing it all.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. Uses the stiff arm. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And to give this time to the tailback. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So now here come the Dolphins. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Intended for number 88, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And back onto the field, here comes the Dolphins defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. A big play there on the catch and run.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, we've seen a few moments like this in the first half already from this defense. You know you're going to give up some catches, but it's what they do after the catch. It's really been hurting them, and it does again right there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to string quickly to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers who are height. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
The first down pass intercepted by the Vikings.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
2nd and 4. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and out of bounds right around the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, Not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They go play action here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. The Patriots seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head down to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home in MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Armadillos looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Aviators trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now a handoff as they run left side.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A slant pass complete to Swift.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 83. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that gets him back within 10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Right to the midfield stripe.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie
field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they try the right side here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that
one. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
2nd and 4. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now they'll bring up 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Back to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
And out now come the Vikings. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pushes past him. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
To number 83. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
No problem there on the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming out.